Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a talk or recap on the new chapter of My Hero Academia, which is on chapter 329. I am very concerned right now about what happened in this chapter, not to mention what can happen in the next chapters and the ones afterwards. I'll get to that in just a moment. Just a friend gave me a big old hint about it last week when he talked about 328. Now 329 is now going to be a little bit more concerning and wondering how long this is going to go, So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that the chapter opens up with All For One talking to Spinner, talking about how the stakes are higher than ever before now. Thanks to the escaped inmates causing havoc, the heroes and the police are too busy to focus their efforts on us. Looks like we win a little game of hide and seek on this small island nation we inhabit, And therefore, Spinner asks All For One, it's still our victory if we escape overseas, right? And All For One says, well, my goals are different. To win in this game of hide and seek was not, but the first goal is to get my hands on One For All again. That's the next step. And Spinner asks All For One, that isn't the final step? And All For One explains about his plans, like how he laid out plans that span lifetimes. And now, as we wind down the clock on this grand plan, we are approached by both our greatest hurdle and our greatest opportunity. Even All For One mentions this to Spinner, saying, you see, I have friends all over the world. Here in Japan, All Might has suppressed organized crime almost completely. But overseas, this isn't the case. However, if those people are left unchecked too, it is almost guaranteed that those countries would turn on each other. And Spinner's like, but what do you mean by a hurdle and a chance? And we had to it, All For One mentions of Stars and Stripes, the world's strongest woman. She hails from the home of the heroes, the land of the free, and sits at the zenith of heroes all around the world. Underhanded tricks won't work on her. If someone like her were to intervene, there's no doubt we would be in trouble. But if I was to get my hands on her quirk, well, the rest is history, as they say. Which makes me question, how strong is her quirk? What is her quirk? Guess we're about to find out, right? So let's go for it. And we have to it that, that All For One even asks Spinner, unlike Toya-kun and the others, you've acted as my bodyguard so far, but the time has come for you to play your part as well, Iguchi-kun. Henceforth, you will be helping Shigaraki Tomura out in battle, my dear Spinner. You were a nobody. Because of your parents, you were discriminated against your whole life. Can you hear their voices? There are many people just like you who support you in secrecy. Although Redestro was held back by his conforming ideologies, the embers of liberation are still smoldering. We get to see some surviving executives of the Paranormal Liberation Front still on the run, Not to mention, there's people talking about we are support to the Vanguard Action Squad. Because of his ideologies, we serve in Spinner's squadron. Skeptic, who was the only unharmed member, told us to liberate them all, round up the remnants, and turn the dream of revolution to reality. And we see Skeptic typing and says, we need a lot of soldiers on foot. You want to know the easiest way to recruit tons of people? The former league are a bunch I don't like one bit, but we can't waste the hand we are dealt, especially now. We see Toga, Toya, and Spinner and freaking Sting, on the half-half. But, when I see Toga's face, it makes me real sad because she seems so depressed and upset. Even though she is with the league and all that, it looks like this isn't something that she wanted, but I don't know, And we had to it that, Skeptic mentions that they just may have been diamond in the rough. They were personally reorganized by Redestro after all. The League of Villains are true liberators. Whether or not they can actually do it, it isn't relevant as of now. So worship them. The ones who will make them realize the true potential will be us. We will be the ones to sow the seeds to set up Shigaraki Tomura's destruction of the future. Then we go to a scene with Hawks and Blue Genius talking with each other, saying, it appears she'll be entering our airspace shortly. As soon as we meet her, we can begin planning our countermeasures, And Even Hawks mentions it really is reassuring to have her on our side, but will she be alright in a situation like this? Blue Genius says she can handle pressure. That's what makes her especially helpful in these dire circumstances. I actually want to talk to her about the precious vintage jean denim made during the Golden Rush era. And we had to it, Hawks, Endeavor, and Blue Genius get a report from Tsukauchi, like saying, Endeavor, Hawks, do you copy? I just received word that there's something else in the airspace around 50 kilometers away from their planned landing spot. It's him. He has arrived. Shigaraki Tomura has arrived. And we see to it that Stars and Stripes greets Shigaraki and says, hey, you must be one free guy to come all the way up here to greet me. So I got a question. Are you the villain they call All for One? And Shigaraki says, well, who am I indeed? And the chapter ends off there with Shigaraki getting ready to clash against Stars and Stripes. I'm like, oh man, dude. I wonder what kind of court this woman has, because she's the #1 hero in all of the United States of America, you know? Horikoshi, I don't know what you plan to do, but I really hope it becomes exciting, man. Don't disappoint. And not to mention Shigaraki. We don't really know if he's still controlled or not, but we'll have to find out. Not to mention, All for One, he actually has comrades, friends, or just pawns around the entire world right now. Like Japan's organized crime is completely gone, but what about those around the other parts of the world? Not likely, which makes up more world building. A lot more to come. That means our battle's not even over yet, you know? Even if everything is safe and done in Japan, there's a lot of people out there around the world ready to cause trouble. They don't even have the same hero like the #1 hero, All Might, you know, that kind of thing. And not to mention, if they have connections with All for One, that's even more troubling. That's the reason why crime is really starting to be on the rise around all over the world, which is really crazy and dangerous, you know? So yeah, don't know how this is going to work out, but one thing for sure is that, like, it's going to be crazy, you know? So, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Fazzetto. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.